Hello, my name is AJ. I'm your HYPOXiX coach for today, and we have level 5.5 standing split rotation. So my right side is going to be facing that band squid, that tether point at about navel height, and my far foot is forward. So if my right side's facing the tether point, my left foot is going to be forward in that standing split, and this is contralateral. Contralateral simply means on the opposite side of the body, so I'm going to hold the band in my right hand. I'm going to prefer to start, and I prefer that you start with a yellow band because less is more when we're working the core and these deep shoulder rotator cuff muscles. But if you are working with a HYPOXiX coach and they've suggested some other kind of resistance for you based on your assessment, you want to be sure to follow that because that's going to optimize your program. So the upper body is moving like this. Ultimately, it's shoulder internal rotator cuff, subscapularis. You want to make sure that shoulder doesn't drop forward and your upper arm is not moving. It's almost like you're squeezing a towel between your upper arm and the rib. Now, we're taking a 4-foot stride length here. So 1, 2, 3, and a 4. That's our length for our standing split. Okay, bring that arm in. Now, 80% of the body weight's always on the front leg, or at least visualizing that. We're alternating between a hinge forward position and an upright position, just like that. So we're hinge forward, and then we're upright. My other hand's on my low back right now because I'm testing myself. I'm making sure that my low back is not moving as I go through this exercise. Now, the eyeballs, very specific. We're strengthening the muscles of the eyeballs, cognition, nervous system by being very specific with our gaze. We're staring at our kneecap when we're in the hinge position, making sure that the knee is shooting a laser over the third toe. That's important. And then when I come to the upright position, I'm finding my panoramic points. For me, it's a hexagon over here and it's a light over here. It doesn't matter what it is, but find it. You're challenging your brain and your eyeball muscles by finding that every single time. So we're at the knee and then we're panorama. Now, that front foot, highly specific. We're putting pressure under our big toe and our inner heel in the front foot the whole time, and we're using ground resistance to pull that front foot back toward the back foot. So if the floor were slippery, the foot would pull back like that. So that's key to the HYPOXiX standing split. I'm not saying it's the only way to do a split squat. It's just that these are the cues that I've been working on for years with clients that have helped to optimize this exercise in terms of increasing glute engagement, decreasing hip tension from doing a lunge position. So now the left hand is going to be behind your head. There's the head stance where you're pressing the head back into your hand and also lifting your head up off of your shoulders as you go through this exercise. So you're forward and you're back. And that ground resistance, it kills the glute. Now we have 6 beat breath retentions today. Most advanced breathography for this particular exercise. We're exhaling, loosening your ab ribbon and keeping the ab ribbon loose on the breath retention, only pausing the movement on the engaged inhale, and that's when we tighten the ribbon. Don't worry, I'm doing the whole thing with you. If you only focus on 2 things, it's staying connected to your breath, your ab ribbon, and making sure that the low back doesn't move. So you may choose to do it the first time through with a hand on your low back. So let's take it from our zip up posture prep activation. Inhale. Hiss, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. And panorama. Loosen your ribbon. You're holding 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Pause. Inhale. Feel the ribbon. Ground resistance. Loosen your ribbon. You're holding 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Panorama. Inhale. Tighten your ribbon. Loose your ribbon. Hold 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish. I know, breath and glute. Amazing work. Now, rest 15 to 30 seconds. You need to repeat it on the other side. So you can either rewind this video about 60 seconds so we can perform the exercise together, or if you're no longer a beginner, you can perform it on your own now. Just make sure to stay true to that tempo, frequency, intensity, and duration of your breathography breath cycles. You may choose to put a metronome on your phone at about 60 beats per minute, just to make sure that you stay at that 2-second inhale and that slow 8-second exhale, optimizing your nervous system, your core, staying connected to your ab ribbon, loosening that ab ribbon on the exhale, and keeping it loose on your 6 beat breath retentions.